me, Saint, and I always go crazy. Hey, City Boys, it's me, Saint, and I'm back again for another video. Can you see the consistency, huh? You like it? Okay. Didn't I say subscribe, though, right? If I be consistent, will you subscribe? If I be consistent, will you like? If I be consistent, will you comment? If I be consistent, would you ride? Hey, should I start rapping? Anyways, so I wanted to do this video to be like an update. Let's talk about my art. Who am I as an artist kind of video. If you guys have any more questions that you want me to answer as it relates to this or any questions in general, please let me know in the comment sections and we will get to it. Who am I? I go under the name Saint Lazarus. That is my art name. Saint is just a nickname that I go by. That nickname started, I would say, 10th grade. I was taking global history with all my girly pops, global history, AP global history. And we were learning about saints. And at the time, I said it just as like a hee hee ha ha, because like all my friends knew, girl, I was not no saint girl. I was not no saint girl. I was a little rough. I was a rough rider. You know what I mean? I was giving Remy Ma tease. Let's be honest. They said I shot my friend over a band, and imagine what I do to her that I can't stand. I ain't shoot nobody. I don't got no guns. I don't do no gun stuff. But like I was just rough. You know what I mean? So like, oh, calling me saint, it was funny because like, you know, the girls knew that the girl was not no saint, okay? So that's where the nickname came from. And as I got more into my art and more into my customization, because you guys didn't know, I used to customize first before I really got into like how I do my art now. So when I got into that, I was like, okay, what should my name be? What should my name be? And there's a song called Lazarus by David Bowie, and it was one of his last songs before he died. And I was a fan. Not crazy fan, but I like David Bowie, and I heard the song, and it was something about it that moved me. And what I would do at the time is like, especially when I had like pets, because I pet fish. I had dogs, but like I never named any of my dogs. But I had pet fish, and I would name them like a regular name, and then it would be like a historical figure at the end. Okay, let's continue on. I'm trying to get you guys in my headspace. So I was like, all right, Saint Lazarus, like that sounds so crazy, like that sounds so good. So that was the name I was going by. Quick little story. One day I was sitting down by this park near my house, and as I'm sitting there just minding my business or whatever, this guy ends up coming up to me, and we end up having a whole conversation. And in the conversation, it's crazy because I feel like I always just attract people like that, you know what I mean? And in this conversation, the guy ends up asking like what my name is, and I'm like, oh, my name is Sam. And as we're speaking, the guy's telling me, he's like, do you know the meaning of your name, right? And I was like, oh no, not really. And he ends up telling me like there's a lot of power in what your name is, you know what I mean? You're not named something for no reason. Like it may seem like there's no reason, but there is a reason behind it, so figure it out. When it comes to my government name, I did look up my government name and like find out what that meant. But also like the names that you call yourself, like the names that people call you, it may seem like it's out of nowhere or these names are out of the blue, but nothing is for no reason. Everything has a meaning, and that is something that I want to enforce on this channel and enforce in your guys' minds, that everything has a meaning. Things are happening subconsciously, things are happening in the background. Like there's so much going on. So I ended up doing research, and then I found out about the actual Saint Lazarus and what that means in the whole journey of Saint Lazarus. And Saint Lazarus was basically a person that was reborn by God. There's different stories. One of the stories were that after Saint Lazarus died, there was a trail of tears that was made, and through those trail of tears he was reborn. Lazarus means God has helped. And when I tell you, during my life, and that's how we're gonna get to talking about my pieces, all right? So there's like a biblical connection with my name. A lot of people has told me, this is why I wanted to make the video, was to take away a lot of the misconceptions when it comes around my art, because art is up to interpretation. Art is always up to whatever mental state the person is in. They're gonna interpret something a certain way. But one thing I don't like is my art being seen under the category of like demonic, under the categories of evil. anything like that, because my art is very, very, very far from that. And that is something that I feel like forces me in a position of defense. And there were some people that were like, oh my gosh, that is so dark, or that is so depressing. I had heard that before. And it did surprise me. Like, I laughed when I heard that, because I was like, what the heck? Like, I was depressed when I made it. Anyways, I'm so sorry. It got cut off, but we're gonna finish out this video. So that's how I got my name, Saint Lazarus. And the connection that I have to it, I did describe this in another video, so I'm gonna link that other video. But that's basically my connection to the name, and like what that name has done for me. I feel like I was born again as an individual. I am not who I used to be in like the greatest form ever. Like, I am, the best way I can explain it is like if I was a Pokemon and I leveled up. Like, girl, you can't bring me back to that other point again, because I'm not that entity anymore. I'm not that creature anymore. So that's what it was for me. Great misconception that I want to bring up as it relates to my art. To me, it hurts when you put so much into a piece and you feel like you've expressed yourself so much, you feel like you've released so much, and for somebody just to come in and look at it and just tell you off the bat, that's demonic. And then that's the label that they keep in their mind, they leave with it. I know that art is a subjective thing. I know that art has different meanings and different things for each person, because we take our own life experiences and we make an assumption about it, you know what I mean, as we look at these pieces. But for me, it felt like I was just getting shut out again when my art was something that helped freed me. It's like I was being forced back in the cage. And that is a label that I've had over me before. That demonic label is something I've had over me before. So it felt like, all right, so I'm doing art to be free. I'm doing art to feel free. But at the same time, now these random people are caging me again. But that's something that I had to detach myself from, because it's like, all right, Saint, you know what this is supposed to be. And when I started to do art expos, I've done 2 already. When I started doing art expos and showing my artwork to a broader sector of people, I found people that understand exactly the work that I do, understands exactly the story that I'm trying to tell, and can feel the feelings that I'm trying to portray in my work. So that is something that I want to just completely take out. My work is not demonic. I do not do any demonic work. The subject matter may be dark. The mental state that I was in while I was creating those art pieces may be dark. But the overall work is not demonic. It is a way of me releasing a lot of pent-up feelings, emotions, tension, hate, everything. Releasing it in the most positive way that I can find, which is through my art. So it does hurt. It is a spit in the face when I hear other people tell me how dark my work is. It's like, I don't know what the hell you're looking at. Like, baby, I don't know what you're looking at, and I don't know what to tell you. So that is something I wanted to get out the way. Another question that I get is, if you hear squeaking, that is Gideon, so don't mind that. But another question that I get is, what is my art inspiration? Who's my art inspiration? When it comes to creating the work that I create, I have no art inspiration. My inspiration is myself. My inspiration is what I'm going through every day. My inspiration are the thoughts in my head. My inspiration are my hopes and desires. My inspiration is the demon that I'm fighting and that I've been beating and whipping and getting into shape. My inspiration is the life that I've lived. My inspiration is some of the little things that I'm running from. So that's my inspiration. But my art, if I had to choose one of my favorite artists, if you want me to answer the question like that, I'm gonna put his name right here. His work is beautiful. It's amazing. I love finding other Black artists. I love Black art. There's nothing like Black art. Whether it's African American Black art, African Black art, Afro-Caribbean Black art. The emotions, the pathos, ethos, everything you get is from Black art. All diaspora. The artist puts a part of their soul into each piece, and you can feel it and you can see it, and you can tell the difference between an artist that was born and created to make art like me and artists that create. No, artists that create and artists that do art. Let's say that. There is a clear difference. There is a very big difference. If you're in tune, you will see the difference. I don't really keep up with a lot of artists just because I just don't do that. That is something that I want to get a little bit more into, but that's just that. Another thing is I always get asked, how did I create my art style? If you guys can see, this is my art style. It's dark, it's a little whimsical. I am getting more into mixing mediums and mixing realism and surrealism and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, like I said again, my inspiration is myself. My drive is myself. My everything that I get is literally from me. I get it from within. And the tips that I would give if you want to find your own art style, because that's something that I've seen a lot, is a lot of art copying. I would say, what is my tip if you want to create your own art style? How did I create mine? Let's just say that, because I'm gonna tell you how I created mine. How I created my own art style was through depression, honestly. I got to one of my lowest points. Literally, I was having panic attacks and all that kind of stuff. And this image of a crow-man fusion came to me. And it has only expanded from there. And I show my crowman in different environments. I show my crowman in different forms. Now I'm showing my crowman through different genders. So that's how I created it. The lines and the crookedness and the arches and all that kind of stuff that comes into my artwork is all emotions. That's all I can tell you. Literally, there's no trick with it. When it comes to art, there's no tricks. It's how you feel. That's literally it. The more raw you can be with yourself and the more vulnerable you can be, the better work you'll create. That is my tip. So get to that point where you're low, and that doesn't mean like you have to abandon everything that's going on in your life. You have to be horrible and destitute. No, but when you break those barriers down in yourself, you'll find out who you truly are in the artwork that you're supposed to be creating, whether that's actual artwork, musical art, whatever kind of art. So that would be my thing, because that's how it happened for me. So a question I have been asked is, do I think I can live off of my art? Where do I want to go with my art? And so on and so forth. Do I think I can live off of my art? Yes, I do think I can live off of my art. My art's amazing. I just need to get it to the right demographic and the right sector of people. And once I get there, I can make millions of dollars off of it. And I can say that with my full chest. But I see myself really like Hannah Montana. I have two separate lives. I am pursuing law. I will be going to law school. So that's on one side. But then the other side of me, I literally live my life as Hannah Montana slash left brain, right brain. Like, I want both sides of my brain to be able to expand itself as much as possible and be able to showcase itself as much as possible. As smart as I am is how creative I am. So I just want both sides of my life to shine. And yeah, so I do see my art going extremely far. I do see the name St. Lazarus going extremely far. I see myself collaborating with some really great big entities. I see myself creating the next album cover for Vince Staples, either album, mixtape, EP cover with Vince Staples. I see myself doing that. I see myself working with some crazy great people. I see myself doing some crazy great commissions. I see myself making some huge art pieces. I see myself making things that are culturally shifting, evolutionary shifting. I see myself as the greatest artist of all time. I see myself as one of the greatest to ever do it. One of the greatest to ever pick up a pencil. One of the greatest to ever pick up a paintbrush. That's what I see myself. So I see my artwork going extremely far. Another question that I got is, how do I feel about giving my art pieces to Vince Staples and Earl Sweatshirt? Honestly, those two experiences were amazing experiences. First with Earl, that was the first one I've ever did. It was literally, it felt like everything that was supposed to happen that night went in perfect synchronicity. Girl, I told y'all I have a heavy tongue. Like, it's hard for me to pronounce certain words. It just all happened so perfectly. And it feels like I said, it was the first time I've ever given one of my pieces to somebody. And it was an amazing feeling to create something that was not for me and to feel so passionate about it. I feel like there's nothing greater than that. But when I gave my piece to Vince, Did not just say it's nothing greater than that. I think it got greater. I am such a fan of Vince. Like, not fangirly fan, but like I'm such a fan and I love his work. So to give him something that was personal of mine is amazing, because these people always give a piece of themselves to us. You get what I mean? In their art. So to give him a piece of my art was amazing, kind of switch over. VIP experience, like I said before, was amazing. And yeah, I cannot wait to work with him. I do see myself working with Vince in the near future. And yeah, it was just a first time meeting, and the first time meeting him was amazing. And seeing how he reacted to my art piece as well. Like, I already know I'm amazing. I already told you. I just gave myself my flowers. Like, I do see myself as the greatest artist of all time. But to hear how he reacted to my work and to see how much gratitude he showed me for giving him my work, it also solidified in my mind, like, you really do have something so powerful. Hey city boys, so I'm gonna end off the video like this. Don't come for me, because we're not gonna get into her. But I had started my first commission piece. I was contacted to make a sketch for a tattoo, and this is what it came up with. And when I tell you, that wasn't an amazing experience, and I cannot wait to get more commission pieces and just I just want to broaden my reach with art. I love art so much, and art has done so much for me. When I tell you guys, there's certain things, it's like, maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. I'm born with it. Like, this is one of the paths that I'm supposed to be taking. Like, this is a talent that this is one of my superpowers. Art is one of my superpowers, and I just cannot wait to see how far I can go with it, how many people I can touch with it, how many lives I can change with it, and just all the great things that I can bring when it comes to my art, and all the stories that I can tell, and how much I can learn from myself as well going through this process. So I want to take you guys along with me for my art journey. Like I said, guys, this is my process of being an unknown artist to being one of the most well-known artists of all time. This is not my process of becoming the greatest artist of all time, because that's exactly what I am already. But this is me getting the spotlight that I deserve to showcase my art, the spotlight that I deserve in the field of law to help change this world, the spotlight that I deserve to make my voice heard. Like, I deserve to have my voice heard. I'm a beautiful, intelligent, hardworking, creative, talented woman, and I just want to take you guys along for my journey of just ruling my life, honestly, and seeing how that looks, and seeing all the change that can be made, and just showing you guys that you're not a part of this monolith. You are an individual. There is a great group thought and group help that needs to be had, but at the end of the day, you are not a monolith. You're not a weirdo. Whoever tells you that you're weird, you're not weird. You're not demonic if sometimes you're feeling a little bit darker and you express yourself differently. As long as it's not harmful to you or anybody else, you're not demonic. You are not an evil person because you care about yourself. Not in a selfish way, but you care about your survival first. Okay? Like, when I tell you, city boys, we're right here with it. And when I tell you, don't ever envy me. Do not, when I look at me in my eyes, do not ever envy me. Whether it's about a certain part of life that I'm in that you're not in at this current moment, whether it's about physical attributes, do not ever envy me, city boys, because you don't know what the hell I'm going through. Just like how I don't know what the hell you're going through. You get what I mean? But city boys, I'm taking you guys along for this journey, guys. You better hold on to my motherfucking bootleg, because whether you like it or not, if you're staying on this journey, city boys, you're going to change for the good. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm going to thank you guys for subscribing, because I feel like y'all subscribed already. Did y'all not? Like, are y'all not having a good time? Like, what else do I got to do? Let me know what else I got to do for y'all to subscribe, okay? But make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe with what kind of videos you guys want me to post, whether that's art videos or regular videos. What kind of content do you want to see? What kind of videos you guys want me to do? What kind of stuff do you want me to talk about? What kind of things you want me to do with y'all? What you want me to show y'all? Like, where y'all want to go? Who's driving the bus? Like, where y'all want me to drive the bus at? Like, let me know. And yeah, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to be a city boy. I know y'all want to be a city boy. Like, come on, look at me. I'm here. I know I just said don't think about looks, but come on. Come on, cutie. I'm here. But thank you guys so much for listening to me and continuing to listen to me and continue to ride out, guys. I'm trying to be here. Like, I'm here. I keep getting guided to post. I keep getting guided to speak. I keep getting guided to just, you know what I mean? And I was given this big old mouth for a reason. So look at my art piece in the back, just looking all gorgeous. But yeah, thank you so much, City Boys. Please follow along the journey of St. Lazarus. Follow along with the journey of St. Lazarus.